Welcome back, race fans. I promised you a video on the starter and all that fun stuff. Here we are. I just mocked up the starter on the bell housing and transmission I showed you in the previous video. As you can see, this is a very high power reduction starter. This thing is about 3.5 horsepower, 2.4 kilowatts they rated at. It has a reduction drive in here. So what it does is that creates even additional torque to the ring gear. I'm going to show you on the other side. This is a lot different than anything you've ever seen. So as you can see, this big black gear here, all these holes in here, you can see there's 6 holes in a bolt circle. 1 hole right here for a dowel pin. This goes on the 604 crate engine we run, that bolts directly to the crankshaft. As you can see right here, if you look right here, 604 engine is externally balanced. So there's a imbalance built into the flywheel. That's why there's additional weight here. And that's why this thing looks a little goofy. It's just to give it the appropriate imbalance to balance the engine right so it doesn't vibrate. So this gear turns the crankshaft, and it also connects it. If you look right in here, that's the input shaft to the transmission. So crankshaft's bolted on here. It's coupled directly to the transmission. The internal clutch in the transmission gets it rolling. It locks up in high gear, and it's totally awesome. So what we have here is we have a very huge amount of reduction in the starter to create good torque to start pretty well any kind. If you got a 15 to 1000 horsepower, 430 cubic inch dirt late model engine, this thing will crank. So what we have here is we have this gear, and if we look in here, we can see this gear, this is called a pinion, that comes from the starter. So when the starter engages, when you hit the starter button, this gear right, this pinion gear, it's always engaged with this reduction intermediate gear. What it does is it drives that forward. So this thing will actually, including the pinion doesn't want to move right now because I'm not energizing the starter, but this moves forward, okay? So if we come around here and look, where these two gears come together, when it pushes it out, that gear meshes with what we call the ring gear, which cranks the engine. So when you hit the key, this comes out and starts turning, cranks the engine over. It's a very good system, has a lot of reduction. It's also very low. We don't have to run as low as like some cars, but if you look here, you're about 5 inches to the ground, where typically crankshafts are in line. Our cars, you know, in the turns are about 8 inches. So we got lots of ground clearance. It's made for that. But this is a very good product. I would say it's the best on the market right now. The starter is just an incredible thing, the way it works. As you can see, it's also rear mounted. Typically on a small block Chevy in like your pickup truck, 1996 or whatever, the starter would be here turning a massive ring gear. So this is done this way to reduce weight and to move the weight to the center of the car. That's always our effort, reduce weight and move it lower and closer to the center of the car. So this is what we use. It's very reliable, and it's all made in Canada. Everything you see here is made in Canada. It's really incredible to be able to support our fellow countrymen. This is made in Quebec by a guy named Bert, if you can believe it. And it's just totally awesome stuff. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.